Welcome to Miller City High School. Bryan, Arnold, and Tim Meister bringing you district final girls basketball action tonight. The Bryan Lady Bears, the #1 seed in the district, face off against the Liberty-Benton Eagles, the #2 seed in the district. And this is exactly how you draw it up when you saw the brackets. The top 4 seeds made the semis. The top 2 seeds make the finals. The Lady Bears are here with a huge win over Toledo Rogers. Great second half for a 17-point win. And Liberty-Benton beat the Lima Bath Wildkittens by about 20. So we got two teams that are coming off pretty big wins facing off in the finals.
Yeah, you said it the best, Coach Arnold. Seeds played out just like you thought they were. Both teams had competitive games in the district semis, but at the end of the day, those teams executed, played very well like they have all season, and now they've earned their right to play in what should be a very good district final basketball game.
And two teams that know each other. They played last year in the regular season, played this year in the regular season. The Bears were able to finally get the monkey off their back with Liberty-Benton, a big win at home. Foul trouble is a little bit of an issue for the Eagles that day. They're playing a little bit different basketball, a little bit better basketball right now, so probably a different look tonight. You're listening to our Oberlin Turnbull countdown to tip-off. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family-owned, family-focused. We had the chance to chat with Bryan head coach Todd Grosjean, and you're going to hear that interview right after this timeout on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
to the school board and administration,
and everyone who played a role in this project,
we just want to say
thank you.
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington school property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
could I just ask?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Welcome back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Chris Malenga alongside Coach Todd Grosjean and the Bryan Lady Bears. And Coach, that game against Rogers, you guys got off to a slow start, but in the end, it was a great victory and made some great halftime adjustments.
Well, yeah, you know, and it goes back to you struggle to shoot the basketball, and it's going to look like that. And our kids, fortunately, came in the locker room at halftime, and we just reassured them that, you know, we were defending the way we wanted to. We just shot it really poorly, probably the worst we've shot it all season. But the kids didn't panic. You know, we came out of the locker room a few minutes early. They got some shots up, got a little confidence, and from that point on, I thought we played really well. You know, we defended two of the better players in the Toledo area, the Brea, I think Brea, I can't think of her last name. Jefferson. You know, she's a player averaging 25 a game, and for us to hold her to 14, Mara and Ella Voigt and Anna Gray and those girls out front that, you know, had to switch off of screens, they just did an outstanding job. And Kaylee obviously was, you know, challenged the first half. The Clark girl was blocking shots and was a presence in the lane, and Kaylee, we just told her, you know, just keep going. It's going to happen. It's going to fall. In the second half, obviously, Kaylee really asserted herself and was a force.
She really was, and you did do a great job defending the two playmakers there. You know what you had said was that they have a drop off after those two, and you saw that. But I just like the persistence, and Bryan and I said during the game that we need to bottle whatever you said at halftime up and just take that along this road with us.
Yeah, the kids, you know, they didn't panic. That was huge. Obviously, when you have seniors, they've been in those situations before, and we said we were fine. You know, down 5, and as poorly as we shot it, we were going to be okay. And the kids really responded, and it was a great experience for our kids.
Absolutely. And so now you head on a somewhat quick turnaround, and you head right back to Miller City in a district final game against Liberty-Benton. You faced them earlier in the year and won pretty handily, and held Gherkin under her average, and you face them again, and anytime you face another team you've seen before, you have the advantage of knowing what they're going to do, but they also have the advantage of knowing what you're going to do. So how are things different against them this time?
Well, obviously, they've tweaked their lineup a little bit. They've made a couple adjustments and got another ball handler in the lineup and a shooter. We did a fairly decent job on Gherkin. The key to the first game, I think, was we didn't allow them to run a half-court offense. We made them, play at our pace and, force their guards to handle the basketball. And we tried to speed them up, and we were able to get some turnovers. Got to the free throw line. I think it was 8 or 10 points in the fourth quarter. So it was fairly close, and we were able to spread it at the end. But, rebounding is going to be a huge stat tonight. Obviously, they're long, athletic. They got a player going to Bowling Green, so we have to account for her. And they're playing with a lot of confidence right now. They looked really good against Lima Bath the other night. So
they
we've
really
got a lot
did.
on our plate. We
watched that first game, and they looked like they could do whatever they wanted to do against Bath.
Yeah, Bath obviously had the two post players, and they wanted it to be a half court, slow it down type basketball game. And I think Liberty-Benton, pressed on occasion. They made the big girls bring the basketball, which we did the same thing to Lima Bath. So I really think that the pace of play is going to be a huge point tonight. If we can speed them up a little bit, I think we're going to be fine.
Absolutely. Just got to play your game of basketball, right?
Yep. At this point, we're going to do what we do.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck. I won't be able to be there in person, but I'll be watching along with everybody else, and wish you the best of luck as you face Liberty-Benton.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it.
All right, Coach Todd Groshi and the Bryan Lady Bears going to take this time out. Come back with more after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
The Fountain City Amphitheater provides opportunities for families and friends to have fun at many different events. After winning Season 21 of The Voice on Team Kelly, Girl Named Tom recently performed a free concert on the AMP's incredible outdoor stage, thanks to numerous corporate and family sponsors.
With a 5-tier sponsorship opportunity, you can help support this project and all that is to come. Sponsorships promote brand exposure and include unique bonuses with each tier.
To learn more about how you can help provide quality programming at the AMP, visit cityofbryan.com/FC Amphitheater.
We're going to see.
Perfect.
All right, welcome back to Miller City High School. You got a chance to hear from Coach Todd Groshine right there. District final action tonight. Bryan Lady Bears and the Liberty-Benton Eagles. I want to thank our sponsors making tonight's broadcast possible. Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Jason Dietsch Automotive Services, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veteran Services of Williams County, Fackler Monument, Daniel Van Atta Agency, Newcomer Schaefer Spengler and Breininger, Starks Plumbing and Heating, Andrews and O'Neill and Lowe. I had to mess one of them up. I got past the normal one. All right, the last time these two teams met, early in February, back on February 3rd, Liberty-Benton came up to Bryan for a Saturday afternoon ball game. Lady Bears came out on top, 51-37, played a really well-rounded ball game. Last year in a regular season matchup, Liberty-Benton beat the Bears down at their place in a close ball game. So these two teams pretty familiar with each other right now, and they've got a pretty good idea what they're going to see.
Yeah, I like the fact you pointed to that game back in February because if I'm not mistaken, Bryan had played a big game about 2 days prior to that against Liberty Center.
Yep.
Very similar to this situation. They had a big game against Rogers, had to get themselves recalibrated for another tough contest tonight. So they've been through this, lived through this. Of course, Liberty-Benton in the same breath playing a very competitive league, a very good schedule. So I think both teams will have that ability to come back after big district semifinal games. You talked about matchups. The one matchup that intrigues me tonight is Kaylee Thiel and Lauren Gherkin. I'm not sure how each coach is going to approach it. I mean, to me, there's one of two ways it's going to go. Either they're going to defend each other, and if they do, I think Benton's thought process is try to drag Kaylee out on the perimeter because Lauren Gherkin's pretty effective out there. If you're Bryan, you like to see Gherkin try to guide Kaylee in a one-on-one position. The other piece of that is they don't look at each other for the first 2 quarters of the game on the defensive end of the floor.
Right, stay away from one another. Don't get in foul trouble for sure.
But I think somewhere, if neither one of them are in foul trouble the third and fourth quarter, I think those two will match up. So again, I'm just kind of curious what position the coaches are going to put those two in offensively and defensively.
Yeah, and that'll be fun to see how that matchup goes. There you see on the screen information for Liberty-Benton. Head coach Chad Lieb in his first year. He was an assistant coach beforehand with Nate Irwin. He's guiding them to a 20-5 record, another Blanchard Valley Conference. I think they've won about $1 million in a row down there in girls basketball. They come in averaging 52.5 points per game and allowing 32 points per game. And then you can see our Lady Bears on the other side. Right now sitting at 24-1, another league championship, 5 in a row, the last 4 outright. Head coach Todd Groshine, 17th year, 352 wins. Team comes in averaging about 55 points a game, allowing 30. And the big note there is they came back from that 6-point halftime deficit versus Toledo Rogers for the win. Outscored Rogers 35-10, I believe it was, or 33-10 in the second half, in just a huge swing of momentum.
Yeah, the Lady Bears, again, their calling card is their defense. When things get tough, it seems like they just turn that up a notch. And when they're good defensively, it certainly leads to some easy baskets. It seems like their offensive flow even lives a little bit off that defensive pressure.
All right, we're listening here to the Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home tip-off show. And we'll be right back after this break. We'll talk keys to the game, officials, and get us ready for tip-off.
At Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we understand that family is at the heart of everything we do.
Being family-owned and family-focused is not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. We walk alongside you during life's most challenging moments, providing a guiding hand and a shoulder to lean on.
With heartfelt care and attention to detail, we tailor each service to honor the life and the memories of your loved one. We treat you like family because your journey is our journey.
Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Here at the Williams County Veterans Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veterans Service Office.
You got the mic set up for the PA. All right, back to Miller City High School here for our district finals. Let's go and talk right away. Let's talk about keys to the ball game here. First of all, let's start off with who we're going to pull up. Chris is going to give us the home team. Let's talk about the Bears' keys to tonight's game.
Yeah, I think especially with Lauren Gherkin on the inside, Coach Groshine needs them to rebound on both ends of the floor. We don't want to give up a lot of second chance points on offensive rebounds. Defend and run, that's been Bryan's calling card all year. Get out, defend people, create turnovers, and then get in the floor and run in transition, and then be shot makers. You saw that in the first half. You alluded to they struggle a little bit against Rogers. They would like to get out to a very quick start tonight, make the makeable shots.
All right, so let's talk about the keys to the game for the Liberty-Benton Eagles.
Well, they need to handle the pressures. You know they're very good and very big. The one thing they may have a little bit of a weak link is they're not great ball handlers. So can Bryan's defensive pressure turn them over? Make the height matter. I mean, if they can make this a half-court game where it's a possession game and they can just pound the ball inside and say, stop us in the paint, that's definitely to their advantage. Then finally make Bryan work for every shot. I got to believe Benton wants this game into the 40s. It gets up in the 50s and 60s. I don't think that's the type of game and the type of style that they want to play.
No, I think pace is going to matter. First 2 times these teams met, that was a place where the Bears really exposed them, was pressure and then get out and run in transition. And that game was still 54-37. It wasn't like it was a huge scoring ball game, but we hit our average a little bit higher, and I think that'll be a key to tonight's ball game. Keys to tonight's game brought to you by the Carlin Company Realty and Auctioneers. Carlin Company has been your hometown real estate company for over 45 years. They've consistently remained #1 in Williams County and the surrounding areas since 2007. Call us for all of your real estate needs. And I think you mentioned it there a little bit too early. You've talked about matchups. You talked about Gherkin and Thiel. But you know the 2 big names, and who else is going to make plays tonight? Like Addie Crow for Liberty-Benton has been hot lately. For the Lady Bears, one thing we know about them, it could be anyone. Anybody can show up and fill it up with 12, 14, 16 points and be the X factor.
Yeah, absolutely. And in games like this, it's usually your second, third, and fourth scorers who really are just as valuable and important as maybe the key matchups. And then, as we have alluded to a couple of other times, Coach, there's always a surprise player. Who's the kid that's going to step up tonight that you say, wow, we didn't expect that 8 or 10 from, or we didn't expect that defensive effort tonight, or we didn't expect that kid to do insert name of whatever they have done. There always seems to me to be a player that you don't expect in these types of games step up big to make a difference.
In a tournament atmosphere, it just feels like that's always the case. Like there's somebody that's just going to be big in the moment. And right now, if you're one of those kids on the floor on either end, you know this could be a very tight ball game. This could be something where the ball's going to end up in your hands late, or it's going to be the girl you're defending late, and you're going to get the opportunity to make a play. You know, and I think you talk about nerves and you talk about some jitters before a game, but I think when you have two really competitive teams, you know, and we can speak for the Lady Bears. The one thing we know about them is they don't shy away from the moment. They don't back down from the moment. So I think you've got some kids over here, the 6, 7, 8 kids that rotate on the floor. I think they're hoping they're in that moment. I think they're hoping the ball comes to them when it matters, or that they've got to get the big stop, because these are the situations they've really become accustomed to, and they love to play in these situations.
And there's a lot to be said for been here, done that, right? I mean, that Bryan has done it. They've been in this situation. They got to district finals last year and then advanced to the regionals and eventually to the state. As those young kids watched that, they were a part of it. They're back. This is not foreign territory for them, and I do think that's a huge factor.
Exactly. All right, well, you're listening to our pregame show. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll go officials, and then we'll work our way towards national anthem and starting lineup in tonight's district final basketball game. You're listening live to the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
All right, back at Miller City High School, getting real close to tip-off. 2:40 left until we get to tip-off. Let's talk about tonight's officials. The officials are brought to you by Tri-State Vision Center, serving the area since 1977. Contact us at either our Bryan or Montpelier offices for all of your eye care needs. My favorite sponsor, the Tri-State Vision Center, for the game official. Tonight's game officials voted on in the state. They have to reach a certain point to be able to referee games like this. We've got Mike Basinger, Mark Froelich, and Tony Castronova. So 3 guys, looks like a veteran crew. I don't want to say they're a little old from this angle, but I'm going to say they've refereed some ball games before. Mark Froelich is one that we know we've had before in the past. And it looks like a couple of the other guys are familiar. I'm sure Liberty-Benton knows them. Northwest Ohio guys, and guys that have been doing a lot of ball games.
Yeah, careful with the old thing. Mark Froelich and I graduated the same year and played basketball against each other.
So I got it right is what you're saying.
Yeah, you did. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now, all 3 are veteran officials. I'm not mistaken. All 3 have done games at the state tournament. So they're all. You should have a quality whistle tonight. We talked a little bit about, players stepping up in situations. That's probably the whistle tonight's going to have a little bit of an effect too. Against Rogers, the whistle was we called a slow whistle, meaning they're going to let the kids play, but they didn't let the contact affect the game. If it's a tight whistle, that could put teams in a little bit of a different situation, especially if you're getting to your bench early on. And
that was a little bit of a factor the first time these two teams met. There's a 6'2" freshman that's in the starting lineup for Liberty-Benton, Cora Dehart. And she got into some foul trouble early. It kind of rattled the bench a little bit. There was a technical foul assessed to the bench. They had one during the JV game. And that's one thing our girls understand. You probably can't count on again tonight. There's going to be a different feel. There's going to be a different mentality. Coaches are going to be able to control that stuff a little bit more. So that's an X factor, I think, like you mentioned, of how is the whistle going to go.
Yeah, and these guys are veterans. I mean, they're not going to let the game get out of hand, but in the same breath, they certainly want to let the kids play and determine the game. They don't want the whistle, the fouls, those things to have any type of impact on the game itself.
No, and you see that. We watch a lot of basketball, obviously. NCAA tournament games, NBA playoff games, whatever it is. You talk about swallowing the whistle in a big atmosphere, and we'll see. We'll see what tonight's officiating is going to look like. All right, well, you've been listening to the Oberlin Turnbull Countdown to Tip-Off. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family-owned, family-focused. Thanks for joining us. We are at about 15 seconds left here on the countdown clock before we go to our national anthem and starting lineup, and we'll kick it down to tonight's PA for that. Tonight's national anthem is sponsored by the Veterans Services of Williams County, and your starting lineups are sponsored by Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrication. Call Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrications for all of your mechanical piping needs at 419-519-3111.
The officials assigned to this tournament game have met extensive requirements set by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and have been assigned based upon the process approved by the OHSAA Board of Directors. The officials for this game are Mr. Michael Basinger, Mr. Anthony Casanova, and Mr. Mark Fralick. The athletes, coaches, and officials are guests of Miller City High School. All fans are asked to respect the effort each of them has put forth preparing for tonight's contest. We ask all attending to show courtesy and respect for fellow fans, officials, coaches, those administering the contest, and of course, your team and your opponent. And as important today as ever, please respect the game. Let's first meet the coaches for tonight's game. The head coach for Liberty-Benton is Mr. Chad Lee. He is assisted by Ryan Lee, Samantha Shardo, and Jensen Eagle. The head coach for Bryan is Mr. Todd Groschke. He is assisted by Colin Walker, John Miner, Lisa Miner, and Delaney Tucker. Now, the non-starters for both teams alternating. For the Golden Bears, number 51, Taylor Dominique. For the Eagles, number 21, Avery Nepper. For the Golden Bears, number 23, Amaya Langhorn. For the Eagles, number 1, Aubrey Duke. For the Golden Bears, number 14, Kelsey Field. For the Eagles, number 2, Claire McDaniel. For the Golden Bears, number 1, Mackenzie Mason. For the Eagles, number 3, Elise Cooper. For the Golden Bears, number 10, Arella Ellen Mason. For the Eagles, number 4, Lindsay May. For the Golden Bears, number 10, Gabby Mossberg. For the Eagles, number 11, Ella Rial. For the Golden Bears, number 12, Avery Brown. For the Eagles, number 15, Allie Ferris. For the Golden Bears, number 32, Claire Struble. For the Eagles, number 21, Kylie Maud. For the Golden Bears, number 22, Josie Arnold. For the Eagles, number 32, Linda McDaniel. For the Golden Bears, number 24, Miley Palmer. And now the starting lineups for both teams alternating. For the Eagles, 6'2" senior, number 5, Sophia Barbara. For the Golden Bears, 6'1" senior, number 3, James Hill. For the Eagles, 5'6" senior, number 12, Emma Hooper. For the Golden Bears, 5'9" senior, number 4, Ella Boyd. For the Eagles, 6'1" senior, number 23, Lauren Gerken. For the Golden Bears, 5'9" senior, number 5, Anna Gray. For the Eagles, 5'9" senior, number 25, Addie Trout. For the Golden Bears, 5'10" senior, number 15, Ella Ray. For the Eagles, 6'2" freshman, number 30, Cora Dillon. For the Golden Bears, 5'6" senior, number 20, Mara Smith.
All right, well, there you have it. Starting lineup for both teams. National anthem, starting lineup. So we are ready to play ball. 8 minutes on the clock, and it's time to play a district final basketball game.
It doesn't get a whole lot better than this if you're a high school athlete or a high school basketball fan. The Saturday night, great night out, two really good basketball teams. You're going to see a very entertaining game. It's about as good as you get.
And it's nice to see a couple of communities here supporting their teams. A bunch of purple and gold, a bunch of blue and red in the stands. Great support for the kids as they were announced. You know, like you said, you don't get many situations better than this as a high school athlete. Hope the kids and the coaches get a chance to soak it in, but now it's time to compete. All right, so it'll be Gherkin and Thiel that'll jump it up against one another. And we are ready to get underway. District final action, Bryan versus Liberty-Benton. Lady Bears will control the tip. Ella Voigt's got it, moves into the front court. Anna Gray in the corner from Smith. Smith back up top with the ball. Liberty-Benton in man-to-man. And right now the freshman has drawn the assignment of guarding Kaylee Thiel for Liberty-Benton. Voigt tries the left, nothing there. Gray works right baseline. Tries to find Smith in the corner. Ball gets deflected by number 12, Emma Hooper, on a good rotation by the Eagles.
I see Liberty-Benton start out with Lauren Gherkin on Rao. You can see if Coach Grotree tried to expose that and step her out, make her guard her from the three.
And Rao's really been attacking the basket well lately. Shot a lot of free throws the last couple of games. So that's a good, hopefully a good tool for the Bears. Anna Gray takes one with the right hand, can't get it to go, but Mara Smith pulls it down, loses it, and the Liberty-Benton will come away with it. Emma Hooper's going to bring it up against Mara Smith. Pushes in the front court, gets it to DeHart, finds Gherkin. Back up top to Hooper. Hooper finds Crow, number 25, who's been really hot from three lately. He's been an X factor for the Eagles. Gherkin's got the ball outside, gets it back to DeHart, who swings it over to Barbara. Ella Rao providing a little bit of defense, pokes that ball away. Bears fans wanted over and back, but Ella Rao got her hand out of Barbara's, had the open look, passes it up. Hooper takes a three from the top of the key, can't get it to go, boarded by Rao. First shot of the night for the Eagles is off. Good look ahead. Ella Voigt can't finish the open layup. Boarded by Barbara. Looked like she threw a little bit of an elbow there to Ella Voigt. Now Gherkin's going to try one from the left side. In and out. Mara Smith runs it down. No score yet on the main stop scoreboard. Ella Rao fires one from the left side, short for the three. Rebounded by Hooper. And she's going to walk it up for Liberty-Benton. Mara Smith, who had just an unbelievable defensive game the other night against Bree Jefferson, is working against Hooper. Gherkin from the same spot as the last time, can't get that one to go. Great checkouts there by Rao and Thiel. But Thiel's got it and pushes ahead to Voigt. Voigt's going to try a three, and she drains it. Ella Voigt with a three-pointer to get the Bears on the board. First points of the night, 3-0 Bears on the main stop scoreboard.
Really nice individual move by Ella. She wasn't necessarily wide open, but she created space with that hard step towards the defender and a step back, creating a spot for the jumper.
The made basket gives the Bears a chance to pressure. Anna Gray's going to get called for a reach at half court. There's a little bit, maybe an early hint of the whistle, because that's something the Bears like to be able to do, is be physical in their traps at half court, and Hooper was stuck at half court and gets bailed out there.
I think if that's one, if Anna doesn't reach, she just maintains the trap and maintains her position. It's probably going to be a turnover. But yeah, it looks like they're going to early on protect the ball handler.
Just a little over aggressive maybe. Liberty-Benton had a little trouble getting in bounds, then a lob into Gherkin. Back to Hooper's going to hand off to Barbara. Works it from the top to the right. Crow thought about a three, skip pass to Hooper. Mara Smith applying some pressure. Dehart to Barbara in the corner. Good defense in the half court here by the Bears right now. And there's a lob into Gherkin, kicks out to Barbara. She's going to try a three. In and out, no good. Rebound comes to Mara Smith, and we're running. Up ahead to Anna Gray, who finishes. Good look ahead by Mara Smith. Anna Gray finishes 5-0 Bears. Ball goes now to Lauren Gherkin. The last time it went to Hooper in the Bears trap. This time they get it to their BGSU commit.
Yeah, early on it looks like Coach Grosjean's defensive mindset is Mara Smith is going to pressure Hooper out front, but the minute she gives the ball up, Mara's running to the middle of the lane and not letting Gherkin get any time of single coverage down low.
Dehart gets a look. Freshman can't get it to go, boarded by Rao. Now Thiel's going to attack. Active hands by Liberty-Benton, turns her over, knocks it away. And now Hooper works against Smith. Kaylee Thiel about a step away right there, maybe a half step away from poking that away and getting a run out. And Josie Arnold's going to check in for the Bears. Subs in for Anna Gray. 4:20 left on the main stop scoreboard. 5-0 lead here early for the Bears. Crow inbounds to Gherkin. Gherkin gets it to Hooper. And Mara Smith is very happy to keep her on the left side, too. Make her use her left hand. Barbara up top.
I mean,
Dehart inside to Gherkin, who kicks opposite to Hooper. Passes up the three. Barbara's going to take one top of the key and bury it. First points of the night for Liberty-Benton. Makes it 5-3. Sophia Barbara buries the open look from the top of the key. Josie Arnold on the right wing. Gets it to Kaylee Thiel, right baseline, working against Cora Dehart, nowhere to go. Voigt at the top, swings to Smith. Smith with a little jab step. Great job getting by, finished with the left hand, shows a little bit of excitement. Senior with a great move, great finish.
You don't see many high school point guards on either boys or girls who make that move. We can, going to the basket, we can run her shot, and it goes in.
Strong move for the smallest player out there for the Bears.
Very
right
reminiscent
now.
of the shot against Akron St. Vincent St. Mary last year.
Nice confidence by her. Great job looking for her shot. She makes the free throw, makes it 8-3 on the main stop scoreboard. That foul is on Emma Hooper, her first, and first for Liberty-Benton. Both teams with one now. Bears get into their pressure. Ella Voigt with a gamble, can't get it away. Barbara shot fake, sees another three, buries another three. Back-to-back threes for Sophia Barber, the 6'2 senior. 8-6 Bears. Voigt's going to drive and try. Ball gets knocked away. Oh. The official didn't see any contact there by Liberty-Benton. The ball's going to go to the Eagles. Turnover by the Bears. Gherkin's got it underneath. And she'll inbound to Crow, who gives it right back to Gherkin, working against Ella Voigt, bringing the ball up the floor. Bears are waiting to trap. Good rotation. Deflection there by Ella Rao. And I'm not sure Gherkin wants the ball. She was talking to Hooper right after that, asking Emma Hooper to come get the ball from her.
I don't think Emma Hooper at this point wants any part of Bryan's pressure. Bryan's done a great job of forcing them to the corner of the court and then getting the trap.
Hooper gets it poked away by Mara Smith. Barbara gathers in the corner. Finds Crow at the top of the key. Works off of a screen from Gherkin. Bears now with Rao and Smith on Gherkin. Barbara with another look for three. She leaves that one short. Ball saved by Gherkin, but official's going to say she stepped on the line before she touched it. Ball to the Bears. We have another sub now. Kaylee Thiel back into the ball game. Josie Arnold will take a seat. 2:44 left on the main stop scoreboard here in the opening quarter. 8-6 Bears. Mara Smith brings it up. And now Liberty-Benton's in a 2-3 zone, it looks like. Smith to Thiel in the high post. Rao with a shot fake and attack. Smith with a look for three. Buries it. You can always count on Mara Smith, a team leader and made threes this year. Knocks down the open three. 11-6 Bears. 2:17 left first quarter, and there's a trap at half court of Hooper. She's going to fire over the top to Dehart. Challenges Thiel, gets her shot blocked. Back to Dehart. Now they're going to work to Gherkin. Really strong there by Lauren Gherkin to secure the ball through Voigt with help from Smith. Gherkin finishes for her first bucket. 11-8 Bears. Liberty-Benton stays in the 2-3 zone. Ella Rao is going to try a left side three and bury it. Hot start from outside for the Bears, and that is something the doctor ordered. The Bears need to shoot the ball well from three.
That's a great job of Bryan recognizing that mismatch, too. That's a really tough guard for Lauren Gherkin.
Gherkin brings it up. Gets some help with a screen by Hooper. Hooper has her pass deflected by Rao. Trying to work as many screens with Gherkin as they can to try to roll and seal off switches in the post. Barbara tries to draw contact. They got an offensive rebound by Lauren Gherkin over Mara Smith, and they're going to call Mara Smith for trying to take her legs out from underneath. First foul on Mara Smith.
And Bryan got caught trying to defend three-quarters over the top with Mara on the backside. Long offensive rebound. Mara boxed out, just got caught in a battle of not being tall enough.
Second time we've seen a player go to the free throw line. Free throws tonight brought to you by Welling Construction, third-generation family-owned general contractor, specialize and pride ourselves in building quality custom homes, major renovation projects, and commercial work. Your vision, our expertise. Neither free throw goes for Lauren Gherkin. 14-8 Bears, minute 12 left in the quarter. Voigt to Smith. She swings to Arnold, who's going to try a three. Back iron, no good. Boarded by Dehart. Anna Gray gets in, and that ball's going to be tied up for a jump ball. Possession is going to be Liberty-Benton.
Nice scrappy play by Anna Gray.
Yeah, great job by her digging down. And if nothing else, with 59 seconds left, no more held balls. Bears will get it to start the second quarter. Bears back into their full court pressure. Inbounded to Hooper, working against Mara Smith. You see the Eagles want to use that high screen at midcourt to try to help eliminate that, eliminate the trap. You're bringing another defender, but you're also running one off.
Gonna get a 5 count before too long.
Yeah, that was a long 5. We played a game at Elida earlier this year, and a 10 turned into 19. 3 rattles out from Crow, boarded by Cora Dehart, but she tries to find Barbara on the left and misses her, throws it into the Bryan crowd. Turnover for the Eagles, 14-8, 33 seconds left. Bears got the ball.
Got to believe we're thinking one shot here.
I would think so, especially if Liberty-Benton stays in the zone.
And they're going to stay in the zone because you said they don't have a very deep bench. Right now they're not in foul trouble. I think Coach Lee wants to get to the second quarter in that route. Right now it's a 6-point game. He may extend that zone a little bit, but he doesn't. He flips back to man. So maybe he does not want to give up the last shot.
Arnold on the right side. Kind of stuck for a second, then found Thiel. She's going to dribble left, get to Gray on the left side. Works off a couple screens, and she's going to finish at the rim, probably through some contact. 16-8 Bears, 8 seconds left on the clock. Crows got the ball. The Bears need to stop. Gherkin now with it. She's going to heave one from about half court. No good. End of one. Bears have the lead, 16-8. A really well-played first quarter. Good start for the Bryan Lady Bears. We'll be back after a quick break in the second quarter.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, since 1922, we've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back to our district final matchup here between Bryan and Liberty-Benton. Bears with a 16-8 lead to start the second quarter with possession and the ball. Bears are back with their starting lineup. And it looks like Liberty-Benton the same. Both coaches back with their starters. Liberty-Benton back to their man-to-man. Bears with the set. Voigt blow by from the right elbow. They got her ISO'd at the elbow. Ella Voigt missed her first layup tonight. Did not miss that one. 18-8 Bears, and right back to the pressure.
Yeah, great job again by the Lady Bears of exposing the matchup they wanted to get. At some point, I think Liberty-Benton's going to have to make a decision. Can they defend Bryan in man?
Yep. Nice entry pass in. Gherkin can't get it. Nobody checks out Dehart on the backside. Gherkin with the three from the left side. Can't get it to go. A great check out there by Ella Rao. Looked like a little bit of contact from Barbara. Bears back into offense. Voigt looking to penetrate again. Kicks to Smith. Gives it back to Thiel. And Thiel slows it down a little bit for the Bears.
Right now, Liberty-Benton allowing Bryan to be as patient as they want to on offense.
Yeah, it's almost like everybody's just kind of taking a breath a little bit like what we saw Tuesday night with the Bears, the boys against Port Clinton. Some in-game timeouts. Both teams were just kind of happy to catch their breath. Short benches. Anna Gray with the penetration again, trying to draw some contact. No whistle. 2-point shot comes up short. Here Dehart with the rebound. Gherkin's going to try the right side. Trying to draw contact also. Shot was no good, off balance. Voigt's got it, pushing ahead. Kicks to Rao. Rao's going to try to penetrate. She gets stripped by Emma Hooper. Hooper finds Addie Crow. That's about the first transition opportunity Liberty-Benton's had and not able to get anything out of it. The Bears back on D. Hooper now pestered by Mara Smith, to say it lightly.
Could say yes.
And then she just throws it away. A run out for the Bears. Ella Voigt going to challenge. Goes right at Hooper and finishes 20-8 now. 5:47 left on the Main Stop scoreboard. Main Stop's open with you when you need them. Visit them on every Thursday for Thirsty Thursdays. Emma Crow stopped at half court. Hooper's going to try to get it to Gherkin. Ella Voigt, great defense again. Knocked that pass away. Gherkin gathered. Barbara skips to Dehart. Hooper again with the entry. That's a good entry pass, but Gherkin can't get that one to go. Field tips to Smith. Smith's running and looks for Gray. Ella Rao tries a three again. Short. Kaylee Thiel, great hustle, just can't find a teammate. Tips it to Hooper. Crow attacks. Ella Voigt draws a charge. Great job by Ella Voigt. Anticipated the crossover, got her feet set. Emma Hooper's going to get whistled for, I believe, just her first foul of the quarter for the Eagles. We got a couple of subs in. Now Lindsay May checks in for Sophia Barbara. I want to keep saying Barbera because I watched cartoons when I was a little kid.
Understandable.
And Josie Arnold checks in for Anna Gray. Too bad her first name isn't Hannah. Bears work it up against Liberty-Benton's man-to-man. Trying to run a set to Ella Voigt. Voigt gets the three, buries another three. And there might be the little bit of a surprise we've been waiting for the Bears. Ella Voigt gets hot from three. 23-8 lead now for the Bears. 4:42 on the clock. Cooper working against Mara Smith and having about as much fun as you think that would sound like.
I tell you, Mara Smith, I've watched her do this for 3 years. She literally, by the middle of the second quarter, makes kids not want to handle the basketball.
She can take that will out of you.
They want nothing to do with it.
Addie Crow tries a three from the right side, doesn't go. Board by Smith. Rao penetrates, kicks to Thiel. Thiel gives it up to Voigt, top of the key. Mara Smith now on the left. She finds Rao at the top, who's going to attack against Gherkin. Voigt's going to try left corner. And Ella Voigt is feeling it. Another three. I think she came in tonight with, I'm not sure how many threes she had on the year. I've got it marked. She had 10 on the year and 3 now in the first half. 26-8. We're going to get a timeout. Liberty-Benton will take it with them. We'll be right back after this break.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
All right, back at Miller City, Liberty-Benton just took a full timeout after a nice run by the Bears. Actually, a 10-point run here by Ella Voigt. She's got all 10 points in the second quarter for the Bears, and she is seeing the basket really well right now.
We talked about the beginning of the game. Been here, done that. That's Ella Voigt. Been here, done that.
Want the ball.
These are the types of games when your seniors who are competitive as her say, give me the basketball.
Want the ball, want the moment. Yep, exactly.
And not in a selfish manner, right in the flow of everything.
Liberty-Benton works it up against the Bears. Pressure, Crow to Hooper. Skip pass to DeHart, back up to Crow. Swings to Hooper. Hooper with a shot fake. She's going to try a floater in the lane short. Nobody checks out on the backside. Lindsay May cleans it up. 26-10 now Bears. 3:42 left in the half. Arnold's got it on the right wing. Reverse to Voigt. Swings to Rao, who's going to give to Gray. Top right of the key. Arnold with the ball on the right. She gets stuck. Ball to Gray. Gray finds Rao at the top, and Bears can afford to be patient, make sure they get the shot they want in every possession. No reason to rush, no reason to force. Arnold now in front of the Liberty-Benton bench. Tries to hand off to Smith, but it gets poked away by Emma Hooper. Kaylee Thiel will check back in for Josie Arnold. Mara Smith back up top with the ball for the Bears. Gives to Anna Gray, left side. Kaylee Thiel pops the top of the key. Shot fake. She's going to try to work that right side. Good dig in by Emma Hooper to take that away. Forces Thiel away, and then Hooper blocks Mara Smith's shot, but Kaylee Thiel picks it up. Smith finds Rao, who's going to cut and drive. Her shot's blocked by Lauren Gherkin. And Liberty-Benton's looking to push a little bit. Gherkin now tries the left side, left-hand layup, up and good. 26-12 on the main stop scoreboard. 2.5 left here in the half. Bears push ahead to Kaylee Thiel. She's going to try to go against DeHart on the left side. Able with a scoop shot to draw some contact, and she's going to go to the free throw line.
Really nice up and under there by Kaylee. Got the freshman off her feet. got the ball right up through her arms, powered up through the official.
Kaylee Thiel will go to the Welling Construction free throw line here for 2 free throws. First one comes up short. Kaylee Thiel with a huge second half against Toledo Rogers the other night. Outscored Toledo Rogers in the second half 18-10 by herself. Sub for the Lady Bears. Mara Smith's going to get a quick break, and Ava Zimmerman's on for hers. Thiel gets the second one to go. Kaylee Thiel at this point in the year, 65% free throw shooter. 27-12 is the lead now. Gray on Crow. Great pressure from the Bears.
I think Emma Hooper thinks she's going to get a break with Ava Zimmerman. Little does she know, she's not.
No, she's going to be wearing another jersey. The last one said 20. This one's going to say 2. Find Gherkin at the top, left key, buries a 3. Saw one go in. Now she's feeling a little better. 27-15 Bears. 7 now for the BGSU commit. Under 2 minutes left.
Nice step by Liberty-Benton. Ran her off a double screen after she set a screen.
Yeah, and when she caught, she was ready to shoot. There was no hesitation, nice and smooth, good release. And the Bears knew that coming in. They know Gherkin's going to get her points, so it's just a matter of running your offense and you don't let anybody else get hot and beat you. Rao finds one top of the key. Off left iron, no good. Hustled after by Kaylee Thiel. Her and Gherkin were battling for it, and the ball's going to go off of Thiel and to Liberty-Benton.
And if the other team's best player is going to get their points, that's fine. But 2 things. You don't want them to get their points easily. And if they get them, you want to have to make them work for it out of a set or out of having to screen for them multiple times, and Bryan's done a terrific job with that.
Lady Bears able to trap Hooper. She looks across and finds Crow. Anna Gray on Crow. Crow goes right baseline, gets stuck underneath the hoop. Able to pick up that loose ball herself. Hooper gets it, or I'm sorry, May got it. Anna Gray pulled down the rebound, and then she's fouled by May.
You want to know how to get a rebound? Right there. Go up and get it. When people start reaching in, you just make yourself strong and low, and Anna Gray did a great job doing that.
First foul on May. 3rd foul on Liberty-Benton. 1:11 left in the half. Bears have the ball. Been a little quiet since that good timeout called by Coach Lieb and the Eagles. Bears could use a hoop right here. Thiel lost her dribble, handed off to Voigt. Voigt swings to the right side to Rao. Rao's little step fake there. Looked like she was going to use a screen from Gray. Challenged at the rim, missed the layup.
I think
Liberty-Benton pulled it down.
I think Elle expected contact and never really got it.
Yep, just left that one a little bit short. Trying to shoot it strong through contact instead of just getting her shot. DeHart kicks the opposite corner to Gherkin, who misses everything from the left corner. Ball's pushed ahead by Rao. Thiel with the run out. That shot gets blocked. Gherkin knocks that layup away. Liberty-Benton coming back. Mara Smith pokes it away from Hooper. And then she's going to get whistled for a block foul. Tough call there at half court. It's going to be 2 on Mara Smith.
Yeah, you hate to see that with 19 seconds left. But Mara's been making that play all night. Just got a little bit overambitious.
and she played the entire game the other night like that against Bree Jefferson and didn't get whistled for that once.
Good move by Coach Drostein, getting Mara out with 19 seconds left so she can come into the second half with only 2.
19 seconds left. Sophomores Ava Zimmerman and Josie Arnold on the floor for Anna Gray and Mara Smith. And Liberty-Benton's going to work hard here to get a last shot, good shot, and try to cut into this deficit. 27-15, Bears lead down to under 10. They get a good look for Crow from the corner. Back iron, no good. And they're going to get a foul called on Lauren Gherkin. Ella Voigt working hard to check her out. Kaylee Thiel came down with the rebound. Gherkin gets the foul called. And that's just the 4th foul. Too bad it wasn't the 5th.
Really good piece of officiating there because the official didn't watch the ball. He watched the bodies, and Lauren had her hands right in the middle of the back with a push-off. A lot of times officials don't see that and don't call that. So really a good piece of officiating.
Yeah, that's a great point. 4.8 left. Voigt with the long pass to Thiel. Thiel finds Rao for a long 3, online but long, and that's going to get us to halftime. Bears have a 12-point lead, 27-15 over the Liberty-Benton Eagles. Ella Voigt had a fantastic first half. The Lady Bears defense was aggressive and sound the entire time. Nothing to complain about there if you're Coach Groshine and his staff. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We're going to talk about stats. We'll talk about some key things from what we saw in the first half. We'll talk about some ideas that both teams are going to come out of the halftime break with for how to either maintain that lead or cut into it. You're listening to the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Nobody likes an awkward silence. You can actually use it for something good.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
We are back at Miller City High School. District final action between the Bryan Lady Bears and the Liberty-Benton Eagles. Brian Arnold and Tim Meister bringing the action tonight. Right now the Lady Bears have a 12-point lead at the half, 27-15, led by senior Ella Voigt. A huge second quarter for her. Been really seeing the basket well. Knocked down 3 threes. She's got 13 points right now. Liberty-Benton on the flip side. BGSU commit Lauren Gherkin's got 7 to lead the way from them. She's gotten a lot of shots. She hasn't gotten a lot to drop, and the Lady Bears are hoping that's the way things continue.
Yeah, and I think Coach Groschke's got to be thrilled to death that about 60% of her shots have come outside to 3. She's a load down inside, and for whatever reason, Benton has tried to expose her outside game more than her inside game. Part of that, I believe, is kind of the philosophy that Coach Groschke has thrown at them defensively, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But a really good start for the Bears, a good first half.
Absolutely. So do we have some stats to look at here from the first half?
We do. First half stats from the 2. Bryan was 5 for 14, an outstanding 50%, 5 for 10 from the 3, 2 for 3 from the line. Liberty-Benton only attempted 9 twos that half, 3 for 9. They attempted 13 threes, 4 for 13, 0 for 2 from the line. Rebounding-wise, not a lot of offensive rebounds this half. Liberty-Benton with 2 and Bryan with 1. Defensive rebounds, Bryan with 13, Liberty-Benton with 7. I thought an outstanding job by the Bryan girls on the defensive boards. And again, a very clean game. Bryan with 2 turnovers, Liberty-Benton with 3, although it seemed like Bryan's pressure created some turnovers that weren't turnovers, just getting them out of the flow of their offense.
Yeah, I think the main thing you can say about our defense, even when it's not turning you over, it's unsettling. And it just bothers you, and you can't get comfortable, and that's what you hope to accomplish out of that run and jump and trap defense.
So when you're practicing your offense during the course of the week of practice, you practice, hey, we make a wing entry pass. That starts the offense. Well, that's great if you can make the wing entry pass. And you start your offense in practice 22 feet from the basket. You play Bryan, and they pick you up defensively, and all of a sudden that first pass now is at 28 feet. And that pass necessarily isn't to a wing. It's got to be a dribble entry because we're denying the wing. And that post player now can't sit on the block. They have to walk up another 4 or 5 feet to try to get the ball. Like you said, they just make you feel very uncomfortable running what you normally run.
And I think the thing that I think of as a coach is it's got to be so hard to simulate. I don't think you can simulate that in practice because very rarely do you see it in a game, the kind of intensity that Bryan defense brings at you every night.
And you saw it tonight. I mean, 2 of Liberty-Benton's main ball handlers, by the middle of the first quarter, they were trying to find Lauren Gherkin to say, please just bring the ball up and let us have no part of this. Because it's a tough, uncomfortable situation, especially when you have Rao, you have Voigt, you have Mara Smith. Those 3 kids can just wreak havoc out front.
And we saw that the last time the Bears and Liberty-Benton matched up back at our place in early February. A lot of turnovers created, and I was a little bit curious about how Liberty-Benton would try to attack things. They haven't changed a lot. I don't think they've got a lot of ball handling options. I wondered if they wouldn't use Gherkin a little bit more, but part of using Gherkin more is then you lose her legs on offense, you lose her legs on defense. You're not going to sit her if you don't have to, so you have to be careful how many things you're asking her to do anyway.
Absolutely. You're forcing her to play a position she's not used to playing. You've taken everybody out of what they've been doing all year and put them in a foreign position.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break, about another minute break right here. We'll come back. We're going to talk about some keys for the second half, recognize some other things. We'll maybe get a check-in on a potential opponent for the winner of this game on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
to the school board and administration,
and everyone who played a role in this project.
We just want to say
thank you!
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington school property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Welcome back to Miller City High School. We want to thank our sponsors again for helping us bring you this broadcast tonight. Bryan Athletic Boosters, the Bryan Parks and Rec, Jason Dietsch Automotive Services, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veteran Services of Williams County, Fackler Monument, Daniel Van Adda Agency, Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler and Breininger, Starks Plumbing and Heating, and Andrews O'Neill and Lowe. Well, we know already whoever wins this ball game tonight is going to be facing Granville. And, both teams can't help it. You always look ahead a little bit in the brackets. Granville had been steamrolling people through the district semifinals, won a tough 5-point game today. So whoever wins this ball game tonight will move on next Tuesday night, a 6 o'clock game down in Mansfield Senior. So Lady Bears are back on the floor, 3 minutes left here in the half. So let's talk a little bit of what you would do, what you've talked about at the half, and some things you've seen so far.
What I've seen defensively, I think it's ingenious. Mara Smith's defending Emma Hoop, wherever the ball handler is. She's picking them up half court, 2 steps past maybe, and defending them hard. The minute that entry pass is made, Mara Smith is running to the middle of the paint. She's giving backside help on the post players, which tends to be Lauren Gherkin, and she is not even stepping back out to defend her person until maybe they catch the ball or put themselves in a shooting position. So once that entry pass is made, they're basically playing 5-on-4 on offense. That's making it really tough for Liberty-Benton to get any type of clean looks. Now the adjustments is, will they go like a 1-4 high, or will they run the point guard, 2-ball side so Mara can't help on that backside? I just think that's an ingenious move by Coach Grosjean. I'm kind of very curious what Liberty-Benton's going to do to counteract that. On Liberty-Benton's side, they were really effective when they could sit in that zone because they didn't have to defend Bryan's quickness. When you're down 12, it's tough to go back and play that zone. I think if Benton can get a couple of quick buckets, get it to 6 or 4 point, they may go back and play a little more of that zone. As long as Bryan can take this lead, extend it, or keep it the same, it's going to be tough for Liberty-Benton to not play man, and I don't think that's advantageous for them.
No, because the Bears don't like to hold the basketball, regardless of a lead, regardless of situation, with just not their personality. But it's a district final, and if you're going to sit back in a 2-3 zone, they'll be happy to swing it around the perimeter and take 30, 40, 45 seconds off every possession if you want and shorten this right down to get themselves through to a victory tonight. So you've got to be careful if you're Liberty-Benton.
Yeah, Liberty-Benton got a really nice contribution by Sophia Barbera. She hit those 2 back-to-back threes and kind of got them back. And then Bryan did a nice job of adjusting, stepping back out and forcing her to put the basketball on the floor. She seems to be more comfortable with a catch-and-shoot type of offense instead of having to create her own shot. So we'll see again, Coach Grosjean, if he's going to make someone other than Barbera beat him from the 3. Is he going to just continue to play that same type of man-to-man defense where we're going to make it really difficult for them to make the post passes? I love this type of game because I want to see what both coaches do. And now we're into that proverbial chess match.
Yeah, and I don't think either team can just stay status quo. You've got to come up with something on the other end. The other team is too good. And Liberty-Benton has played a lot of ball games. Liberty-Benton is a program that's been to state, has won state. They've put girls into college. It's a tradition. There's a program here. So they see a 12-point deficit. Well, they didn't go in and feel sorry for themselves and say, well, next year I guess we'll just go out and finish this game off. They're thinking about how they're going to claw back into this game, get themselves back to just a single digits, get as tight as they can by the end of the third and have a shot in the fourth, and that's what the Bears have got to be ready for.
It's a great point. And I will say this about Liberty-Benton. I saw the same look in their eyes I saw in the Lady Bears' eyes on Thursday night when they were down 17-7 to Rogers. It wasn't a different look. It was okay. Here's the situation. We've been here. We know what we have to do. So I don't expect anybody to go away.
No, this is going to be highly competitive right to the very end. Both teams bring back starters from the first half. Crow, Hooper, Gherkin, Dehart, and Barbara for Liberty-Benton. Smith, Gray, Voigt, Thiel, and Rao for the Bears. Liberty-Benton's going to inbound in front of the Bryan stands. Hooper has it working against Smith. Not a lot of foul trouble in this ball game. Mara Smith does have 2, so she'll need to be careful early here in the half. She defends Hooper over in front of the Liberty-Benton bench. She finds Barbara up top. Backdoor cut, not able to complete the pass. Barbara looked at Dehart for a second. Swing to Hooper. Hooper attacks. Dehart looks at a 3. Back iron, no good. Good rebound by Gherkin. Ella Voigt trying to box out, but not able to keep the ball out of her hands. Then Gherkin attacks and finishes and is fouled by Voigt. That was another situation. That's the second time the Bears have gotten a body on Gherkin, but didn't go up to get the rebound, so it didn't create a situation where the official could help him with an over-the-back call. Lauren Gherkin finishes off the 3-point play, give her 10 on the night. 27-18 now on the main stop scoreboard. Those free throws brought to you by Welling Construction. Ella Voigt finds Gray, top of the key, who swings to Thiel. Thiel's been quiet tonight, just 1 point so far, but the second half is where she really exploded the other night against Toledo Rogers. But I think you can credit the freshman, Cora Dehart, for pretty good defense against the senior.
Yeah, Kaylee's not forced anything. I mean, she's done a nice job of realizing when she gets doubled and then creating some open shots for some kids with kickouts.
Yeah, she's just kind of letting the game come to her right now, and it'll come. She's going to have opportunities. Anna Gray with an acrobatic finish off contact from Dehart. No call. Able to get the left-hand layup to go.
Coach Rothstein's asking the same question I am. What's good for the goose is it not good for the gander, because the same amount of contact on this end that it was on that end.
A lot of body it looked like, but the shot went. 29-18 now. Bears to an 11-point lead. Swing left side to Crow. She fires a 3 off glass. She didn't call it. She got to take that one back, I think.
Contrary to popular belief, the bank is open on Saturday night.
The bank is open. Bears fans, I saw a lot of contact from Crow right there. And there's Thiel, and there's the layup, and there's the foul. Maybe Coach Grosjean in this campaign season might have been able to work one out right there.
And talk about things coming to fruition. Benton is trying to step out their pressure on the defensive end. That's a tough guard right there.
That's a really tough matchup. She proved that against Toledo Rogers the other night.
Yeah. So
Thiel makes a free throw. Welling Construction free throw was good. 32-21 Bears after the 3-point play. So Addie Crow banks a 3. Kaylee Thiel gets a traditional 3-point play. Bears bring the pressure, lob ahead to Gherkin. Dehart finds Barbara on the backside. He can't hang on. Pass a little hot to handle. Turnover by the Eagles. Bears will have the ball coming back this way.
Sometimes pressure physically causes you a turnover. Sometimes it just speeds you up into a turnover.
And we'll see Lindsay May check in for Sophia Barbara. I hope there's a Hannah somewhere in their family.
So
I'm sorry.
It would be your dream, wouldn't it?
Takes me back to being 8, eating Fruity Pebbles, watching Saturday morning TV. I know that much. Anna Gray's got it on the left side. Now she's going to wrap, kick to Smith, left, right wing. She drives, floater, no good. Maybe deflected. Thiel found the basketball. Tries a pocket pass, can't complete to Voigt. And then May kind of got stuck halfway through a Euro. And much like you would, she travels. Another turnover there, back-to-back possessions for Liberty-Benton with turnovers. Mara Smith comes up, gets orders from Coach Grosjean. Starts the offense for the Bears.
I think Coach Grosjean is trying to go open post and try to get Kaylee Thiel again one-on-one with the freshman to see if she can try to put her in a situation to get to the basket.
You got to like that matchup. Kaylee Thiel decides to take the 3, bury the 3. She's done that just enough this year to make you respect it. Dehart didn't step out. Thiel knocks it down. She's now got 7, and the Bears' lead is 14. Hooper dribbles out of trouble, finds Crow on the right wing. Tries the skip, poked away by Thiel. Thiel's going to run out, misses a layup. I think everybody on the Bears side thinks there might have been a little bit of a push in the back there by Dehart, but the Bears will get the ball back. Josie Arnold's going to check in for Anna Gray, and the Bears will have it out of bounds underneath. 35-21, 4:52 left in the third. Bears have a 14-point lead and the ball underneath. Rao gets it into Smith. Smith's going to try one. Feet on the line. Soft off the rim, but can't get it to go. Gherkin's got it now, coming up the right side, chased by Smith and Arnold, and dribbles on the sideline for another Liberty-Benton turnover.
That's their third turnover in the first 4 minutes of the half.
And you can see that one. Mar Smith was doing a great job, and then Josie Arnold chasing from behind, waiting for the crossover, waiting for it to pull up. And that's just well-coached defense right there by the Lady Bears. They know that you can trap anytime, anywhere.
Outside of Liberty-Benton's first 2 offensive possessions, they haven't had a lot of great offensive possessions since then. 3 turnovers and then a couple of forced shots.
Mar Smith on the left side, swings to Josie Arnold top, gives it to Kaylee Thiel. Thiel back to Voigt. Smith looks forward, finds Thiel, left block, post move. Boy, dig down there, and she just lost possession. Kind of fumbled the ball away to Gherkin. Mara Smith is going to get whistled for a foul on the shot. Gherkin finishes the layup. Oh, that was a great decision there. Mara Smith tried to poke that ball away. You probably need to be a little more physical, a little more sure.
Yeah.
And the worst part about that for Mara is that's 3 fouls. Free throws brought to you by Welding Construction, third-generation family-owned general contractor. Specialize and pride ourselves in building quality homes, major renovation products, and commercial work. Contact us at 419-636-3712.
On one hand, you would kind of like to see Mara let that go, but on the other hand, that kid's made that play 100 times this year.
Right,
so I don't fault that whatsoever.
She's confident, but she's going to take a break here for a little bit. As Anna Gray comes back in, Smith takes a seat. 35-24, Bears lead down to 11.
Bryan back to that open post offense again, trying to find the mismatches, making Benton try to guard him on the perimeter.
Yep, it's just a matter of taking care of the ball.
Good cut, Josie Arnold.
Good cut. Nice finish with the left hand. Good handoff and find by Anna Gray right there. That's better movement by the Bears on offense.
Tell you what, that is a great backdoor cut by Josie Arnold. She set her girl up perfectly.
DeHart with a good run out. Nice push by Crow there. Good find of DeHart. Nice job running the floor by the post player, the freshman. She finishes 37-26, Bears lead. Kaylee Thiel. Another turnover for the Bears. Throws that one out of bounds. Trying to find Anna Gray. Anna Gray just hadn't rolled far enough soon enough. Kaylee Thiel anticipating a little bit.
Right thought, just a tad early.
Yep, a little strong with the pass. Liberty-Benton will bring it now. Anna Gray is now on Hooper, applying the pressure against the ball handler. She finds Crow. Anna Gray stays on Hooper, finds Gherkin right elbow. Gherkin to Crow. Crow's going to fire. Miss front iron. Lady Bears do not check out on the backside, and then they're going to give away another foul. A little bit of standing there by the Bears on defense. Kaylee Thiel's going to pick up that foul, her first. But Lindsay May did that earlier in the first half. She was free. Nobody had a body on her. Attack the glass.
Yeah, it looks like Bryan got caught up trying to switch a couple screens, and one swished and one didn't. And that happens, and that's one of the things Liberty-Benton does pretty well. They do set some nice down and double screens on the weak side.
And the backside is where if we've been hurt on the boards, it's been the backside. Second free throw, also no good. Gets tipped around, and Ella Rouse got it. And she pushes and then thinks better of it. Liberty-Benton back quickly on defense.
Coach Strostian going back to that 50 offense, which is 5 on the perimeter. Again, trying to get some backdoor cuts. I still think trying to get Thiel isolated on the freshman.
Yeah, I think that's good offense for the Bears. Josie Arnold now swings it to Anna Gray down to the right corner. Spin move by Anna Gray. Loses control of the ball, tipped away by Liberty-Benton. And as she's trying to gather, loses her balance, ends up on the end line, turnover to the Eagles. 37-26, 2:25 left in the third. Liberty-Benton has the ball down 11.
5 turnovers in the first half and already 5 in this quarter alone combined. I think both teams maybe starting to get a little tiredness in them.
A little bit of tired, a lot of good defense. That ball goes out of bounds. The Bryan crowd thought nobody got a hand on it. Official said that a Bryan player touched it, so Liberty-Benton will inbound in front of the Bryan side. Voigt on Gherkin. Gherkin gives to Hooper. And Liberty looks like they've got a set ready to go. May is going to attack to right elbow. Tries to feed to DeHart, poked away by Thiel, and then Ella Rao knocks it out of bounds. Liberty-Benton will inbound. Lauren Gherkin to trigger it in. Gives to DeHart, hands off back to her. Thiel, nice switch there because Gherkin wanted to pull the trigger on that. Rao now on Hooper, and she's got a count. Kaylee Thiel extends the defense out on DeHart. Now Lindsay May up top working against Josie Arnold. Well, if you're the Bears, you like this half-court defense. Good rotation over. Lauren Gherkin misses the first, but gets her own rebound and finishing a foul. And that's hurting the Bears right now. The Bears have given up some second chances, and that's been a problem so far.
Yeah, she makes this free throw. That'll be 2 offensive rebounds, but 6 points off those 2 offensive rebounds, both by Gherkin.
Bears got a good rotation out. Josie Arnold forced the miss on the first shot. Nobody on the backside to help. Gherkin makes it. She's got 15, and it's an 8-point ball game. Into single digits, 37-29, with a minute 23 left here in the third quarter. The Bears need to find some confidence and some aggressiveness on offense. Gone a little bit stagnant since Mara Smith went to the bench. Ella Rao calls for a screen from Kaylee Thiel. Rao finds Voigt. That ball gets poked away by May. Another turnover for the Bears, and Hooper's looking to run. Hooper brings it back out top to reset, defended by Rao. That ball's thrown away, picked off by Voigt. She's going to attack, draw contact, no whistle. Probably not that much contact, but Voigt finishes, gets it back to 10, 35 seconds here left in the half. Liberty-Benton will bring it up against Bears pressure.
There's a sign of a veteran team. You struggle on offense. What do? Create a turnover, get a transition basket.
And there the Bears looked a little tired on defense. A lot of reaching. Yep. Hooper able to break the pressure there like a cone drill and finds DeHart on the backside. 2 points now for the freshman.
14 seconds.
10 seconds left here, end of the half. Voigt into Thiel. Thiel, I don't know how she saw Rao, finds Rao, can't get it back, iron on the 3. Gherkin, late shot from half court, no good, didn't get it off in time. So Liberty-Benton able to shave 4 points off the lead of the Lady Bears. The 12-point lead at the half is now 8, 39-31. Bears lead. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here from Miller City.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask?
Visit talkaboutVaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
to the school board and administration,
and everyone who played a role in this project.
We just want to say
thank you.
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington school property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Well, Coach Meister, we talked about it. How was the third quarter going to go? Liberty-Benton able to shave 4 points off after being down by as many as 14. Have it to a 39-31 game right now for the Bears.
And the horse they rode all year, Lauren Gherkin, had 9 third-quarter points, 6 of those off offensive rebound, 3-point plays.
Voigt gets ISO'd on May. May really active with her hands. Mara Smith got a good look at the 3 there, not able to get it to go, and Lauren Gherkin with the rebound. Gherkin hands off to Hooper, swings right side or left side to May, trying to find DeHart, but throws it too far, out of bounds. Turnover Eagles. Bears get the ball. Good opportunity here for the Bears to get a bucket and get this back to double digits.
Yeah, I think both teams, as you mentioned, you're seeing some tired turnovers, but right now, fourth quarter, get your second win, kind of get your composure back. I expect to see a lot of good technical basketball this quarter.
Great dribbles top of the key, finds Rao. Rao down to Thiel. Thiel with the post move. Going to draw a foul on freshman Cora Dietsch, who really has done a nice job on Kaylee Thiel.
Yeah, because they've left her in that post one-on-one, very little double down. Tough guard for a freshman, but she has done a really nice job playing position defense.
You know, when we haven't had a chance for a timeout, Reed, so we're going to say these free throws are brought to you by Brian Ford Lincoln. We get a timeout, we'll double up on them. Welling's had enough publicity.
If you need a car from Brian Ford Lincoln, see Drew Hugg. He'd be glad to help you out.
Absolutely. Our friend of the program, Drew Hugg. First free throw is good by Thiel. Second one, up and good. Kaylee Thiel has 9. The lead is back to 10 for the Bears, 41-31.
So we've talked about this, too, in the fourth quarter. Who's going to make the run, right?
Yep.
Who's going to get that 6-0 run?
Boy, nice offensive move. Dehart found Gherkin. Good challenge by Voigt without a foul. Forces the miss. Great push by Ralph. Finds Voigt. Voigt off glass. Lead back to 12. Nice find by Ella Rao. Good tempo right there by the Bears. Good pressure. Hooper now gets it back up top after getting it across the timeline. She's going to try the left side. Good help there by Kaylee Thiel. Dehart's going to fire a 3. Long off iron. And that's going to go out of bounds into the Liberty-Benton student section. Sophia Barber back on the floor now for Liberty-Benton. She sat a lot of that third quarter.
Yeah, a little surprised. I didn't know if he had a better defensive matchup with that other
and May
lineup
was
on
good.
the floor.
May did a great job matched up there, so I'm sure it was a defensive matchup. Bears now back on offense. Gray tried to get to Thiel. Not able to. Now Voigt's got it top of the key. Swings to Gray on the left. She's going to go hard right. Back out to Ella Rao. Patience is the name of the game for the Bears. Finish every possession with your best shot. And that's another good look for the Bears. Back-to-back. Really good assist by Ella Rao. Nice finish by Kaylee Thiel. She's up to 11 and the lead's back to 14.
That answers our question. Who's going to make the first run? Bryan. 6-0 run to start fourth.
Really good answer to a nice job of finishing the third by Liberty-Benton. Barber with the 3 from the corner. Long. Kaylee Thiel gets a rebound on the backside, and she looks quick to Rao. Rao with the run. Draws a contact from Crow. Not able to finish, but she's going to go to the Welling Construction free throw line. Ella Rao. Is this Ella Rao's first trip to the line tonight?
I don't mean this to sound critical at all, but I'm a little surprised that Coach Lee hasn't went to a timeout.
I thought so too.
He has 4 timeouts left. You know, the old saying is they don't carry over to the next season. Again, just maybe trying to stem the run, which is now a 7-0 run.
Ella Rao makes the first free throw. That gives her 4 points on the night. She's going to get another shot here. You and I always talked about how Thad Mata liked to take about 200 to 300 timeouts in the offseason with him. We always appreciated that. Second free throw is good, 47-31. Lead up to 16 now for the Bears. Gherkin has it. Gives to Dehart, swings around to Barbara. They're trying to find Gherkin down on that block. Crow fires a 3, and I think Ella Rao got a piece, and then about the time the ball fell out of bounds and Coach Lieb had time to tell the official, then he decided he was going to blow the whistle. And if you don't want criticism, don't wait 3 seconds to blow your whistle on that one. That's pretty shaky.
I don't know if that was a foul or not. I was blocked out, but I do know it was the longest delayed foul call. The ball had literally bounced out of bounds when he had called the foul.
I'm pretty sure I used to ref 5th and 6th grade games like that where I waited to see if it went in, if we really wanted to stick around on that end, if we wanted to go the other way. Crow makes the first free throw. He gives her 4 on the night. Second free throw is up and good also. I think the scoreboard just put that one on the wrong side, so it should be 47-33. We'll take it, but I don't think that's official. And Crow with her last makes all 3 free throws. I don't think she drew iron on any of them. The lead is 13 now for the Bears. Josie Arnold has checked in the game to give Anna Gray a break. Mara Smith with the ball up top. Boyd's got it high left. Looks to attack. Arnold in the corner, swings to Thiel. Now Arnold thinks about the 3. And then we get a timeout from Coach Grosjean when Arnold gets stuck after taking 1 dribble, something we're getting tired of seeing. We'll take a quick minute break along with them. This Bryan Ford Lincoln timeout. We'll be back here with fourth quarter action.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
All right, back from our timeout here. Coach Grosjean gets a full timeout, try to get things settled down for the Bears. They were trapped and stuck. Still have possession of the ball, still have a 13-point lead. You got 15 seconds left in this timeout.
And you got 4 timeouts left. Great use of a timeout.
Yeah.
At this point, the last thing you want to do is have a turnover, create a momentum shift.
Yeah.
So really nice job by Todd.
Anytime you can save a possession, save a possession. That's
The other thing
sure.
I thought that Todd and the assistant coaches have done tonight, they've done a really great job of subbing and getting kids a quick 1 and 1.5 minute break, getting them out. That's going to play dividends here at the end of the fourth.
Yeah, even playing with just 6 kids, and Ava Zimmerman's been on the floor just a little bit as a 7th. They've been able to keep people fresh. And Liberty-Benton's not deep either, so that's about the same thing with them. Mara Smith now working against Hooper. Liberty-Benton's doing a pretty decent job extending their defense. Josie Arnold's going to attack. Nothing there. Finds Rao back to Arnold. She gets to Rao in the corner trying to find an angle to get the ball to Kaylee Thiel. Tough entry pass. Turn around, can't get it to go, but a really nice post move there by Kaylee Thiel. And I think that's going to be 4 now on DeHart.
Great post up by Kaylee. She figured out that DeHart's going to play straight behind her. So what she did was she just got her real low on the block, and once she turned to the middle, DeHart had no option but to foul her.
And another made free throw there for Kaylee Thiel. Now after that quiet first half, a lot like the other night, she's been super aggressive and on fire here in the second. She's got 12.
And as you said, this comes out of the flow of the game. She's not forced anything tonight. And a lot of kids aren't that patient, understand basketball well enough. That's just a great basketball IQ on her part of knowing when I can score and when I get my teammates shots.
49-34 now. Liberty-Benton goes fast. Crow to DeHart, 49-36. 4:35 left here on the main stop scoreboard. Thiel was stuck for a minute. She finds Josie Arnold opposite wing. 3 goes off back iron and over the corner of the backboard. Official's going to call it a dead ball. Probably a little quicker shot than what Coach Grosjean wanted. If it goes, it's a good one.
It's a good look, and I don't think he cares about that shot. That's a wide open look, and I think your shooters have to take those.
The Liberty-Benton's got it back. Hooper now at the top, working against Mara Smith. Hannah Gray switches off, stops Hooper. And Lady Bears defense right now is making Liberty-Benton use an awful lot of time on the clock. Gherkin has it up high, draws the double team. We got the kick out from Hooper. Lindsay May looks opposite to DeHart. Now back to Hooper. She's going to eye up a 3 and bury it. 10-point lead now for the Bears, and a timeout there from Liberty-Benton.
Kudos to Hooper. She realized that she hasn't been guarded for 4 quarters, and at some point you got to step up and shoot and at least make them respect you. And now we'll see if Mara Smith and Coach Roshi change their defensive philosophy. Will they step out on her a little more? Will they continue to run Mara off in the middle and clog up the middle to make it a little difficult for Lauren Gherkin to get quality looks?
We'll set the stage here a little bit. It's a 10-point lead for the Bears. Possession arrow is to the Eagles. 3 team fouls for Liberty-Benton, just 1 for the Bears. Liberty-Benton's got 3 timeouts left. Bryan's got 4. So you got a 10-point lead. The fouls are in your favor here. Liberty-Benton's got 1 to give before you're shooting all the time. Starters back on the floor for the Bears.
And I wonder this. Liberty-Benton is going to try to full court press.
Yeah.
With 3 minutes left, they have to try to speed this up to get more possessions.
Yes, they have to try to do something with the double digits. And this is where the Bears need to take advantage of being able to go fast and being able to handle the basketball. Now Lavoie gets trapped in the corner, not where you want to inbound that ball if you're Coach Grosjean and his staff.
Yeah, basketball 101, enter it to the middle of the floor. There we go.
Good throw over the top. Now Gray able to attack. She finds Mara Smith, and now the Bears can run some offense. Yep. End your possessions with your best shot. Thiel. Boy, she likes that reverse layup all of a sudden. Putting on a clinic with that reverse layup bucket, good. 15 for Thiel, 12-point lead. 3:25 left in the game on the main stop scoreboard. Crow's going to attack all the way to the rim. Thiel gets just enough of it. Rao comes out with it, and she's running. She pushes ahead, finds Voigt, left corner three, no good. Kaylee Thiel able to gather. She attacks. Scoop shot, layup, can't go. Good decision by her to attack Dehart, just couldn't get the finish. Liberty-Benton looks up ahead, but there's Mara Smith with a deflection out of bounds, and the Bears will be able to set their defense.
Now for Liberty-Benton to be effective in a full court pressure, they have to score. So for Bryan, it's not only playing sound defense, but finishing off the defensive possession with a rebound.
Crow to Hooper. Hooper now. Gherkin's calling for the ball to get to the corner because she wants to post up Ella Voigt. Voigt's working really hard to try to keep the ball away. Ball swung. Now back up top to Hooper. Little jab step attack. Kicks it back out. May, top of the key three. Buries that one. 51-42, single-digit lead now for the Bears at 9 with 2:36 left on the clock. Bears break the pressure. Gray gets stuck. Coach Grosjean's going to use another timeout. Just a 30-second one here. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout with them. We'll be right back after this.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
Nobody likes an awkward silence. You can actually use it for something good.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Back to Miller City High School. 2:31 left on the clock. Bears with a 9-point lead in the ball. Liberty-Benton, veteran team, but they played a lot of ball games too, and they're not going away. This has been 14. It's been 16 at different times. They've got to cut back to 9 after a couple of big threes.
Here's where officials' whistles are becoming important because Liberty-Benton is going to try to foul. And so let's see how quick the whistle is. They don't let Bryan kids get mauled without calling anything.
And there's a reach and a hand check, and that might answer a little bit of the question early. Ella Rao now at the top.
This is where
working against Dehart and loses a handle. Lauren Gherkin's got it. She's going to pull up over Mara Smith, knock down the 10-footer. 7-point ball game, 2 minutes left on the clock. The Lady Bears need to get it across and need a bucket. There we're going to get a foul at half court. I'm not sure Hooper wanted a foul. She was just tired, moving the wrong direction.
Yeah, this is one of Coach Grosjean. You are reminding the officials they're trying to foul.
Yes.
You know, don't let something happen that shouldn't happen because you don't think they're trying to foul.
Just 2 on Hooper, but that's 4 on Liberty-Benton. So next foul will put the Bears at the line, shooting the double bonus.
And now free throws become just as important too for the Bears, who've traditionally been a pretty good free throw shooting team.
When you got 5 seniors on the floor, you feel good about them being there. Gray's going to attack, get fouled, and score off glass. You get the bonus of you're shooting on this one anyway, and the next one you'll be at the line. Anna Gray with a great spin move. She's got 8 and a chance for 9.
And if you're concerned about free throws, just make the 2.
Yeah, that's a lot easier.
Great move by Anna Gray. Great finish at the rim.
A chance to get this back to a 10-point lead for the Bears. Free throw is good. Double-digit lead. 1:53 left on the scoreboard here in the ball game at Miller City. Crow working against Gray. Hands off to Hooper. And she gets it across against Mara Smith. Mara Smith doing a great job of playing with 3 fouls. We haven't even mentioned her. Skip over to Hooper. Lob into Gherkin. Gherkin, good post, soft touch. Bucket's good, and we're going to get a Liberty-Benton timeout. We're getting a Brian Ford timeout. Waiting to see just a 30-second. We'll stay here, talk just a little bit of what we got with 1:35 left on the clock and an 8-point lead for the Bears.
Yeah, right now, here's what both coaches are talking about. Coach Grosjean saying be strong with the basketball. You know they're going to foul. You know they're going to press. Also, have some court awareness. Don't put yourself in a corner to get trapped. If you're Benton, let's try to get 1 or 2 quick traps, but let's not wait too long and foul. And if they miss the free throw, make sure we secure it and get out and go. So you have 2 polar opposites going on in those huddles right now of what each team wants to do.
You know, what you have to hope for as the Bears is you're finishing with free throws or good looks.
Right.
I mean, you want to make every shot. You want to score every possession, but finish with good looks. Take care of the basketball. Now's not the time to go turning it over.
Right.
And on the Liberty-Benton end, if they do run, that's not exactly their MO, so they're not comfortable.
And I think again, Bryan's a veteran enough team. If you break the press and you got a wide open look or 2-on-3, I still think you attack the basket and try to get your basket.
Exactly. Go get hoops.
Yep, just like that.
Just like this. Rowell to Voigt, it off front iron. She's fouled, can't get the layup to go. Exactly like that.
This is where it becomes really difficult for Liberty-Benton because what you need to do is playing into Bryan's strength, but you have no option but to do it.
You're chasing from behind, so you have to give up some things, and what you're giving up is our strength. Ella Voigt at the Welling Construction free throw line. First one is up and no good. Ella comes in 74% free throw shooter this year. Last year shot in the mid-80s. She's got the school record for season free throw shooting percentage. So I don't know how you say a 74% shooter's having an off year from the line. I don't think you really do.
You don't.
Just not having the year she was having last year. Second one is up and long, also tipped by Gray, but Crow is going to come down with it and push for Liberty-Benton. She takes left elbow. Yeah, and I think that's a good call. A little bit of a push by Anna Gray, crossover in front of her. No, nothing hurt, just a second foul on the team, second foul on Gray. What the Bears have to be ready for now is Liberty-Benton's a good baseline out-of-bounds play team. You see the swing around, going to try to get Gherkin the three from the corner. Good read by Thiel. Took the first option away. Barbara fires it into the bleachers. And now we're going to get May and Elise Hooper up. Offense, defensive substitutions, I think. Yeah. So I thought they got getting D-Hart off the floor. She's got 4, so they want to get her off without causing her to foul for the 5th time. Ella Voigt streaking down the floor by herself. And they're going to get a foul on number 3, Elise Hooper, and that's going to put Mara Smith on the line. .116 on the clock. 8-point lead for the Bears, shooting 2 free throws. Mara Smith at the line right now for the Bears. Mara's got 6 on the ball game. Make it 7 with the free throw. Just a 56% free throw shooter, but like you said, there's nobody out there on the floor that I wouldn't want on the line in this situation. 5 seniors, pick them and put them on the line.
I bet you she's 90% when it matters.
You would like to see those big situation stats. That one rattles in and out. Gherkin's got it, and she's running down the floor. She's going to attack right side block against Voigt. Voigt does a great job keeping her hands straight up. Lets Gherkin initiate the contact. I don't know what else you can do as a defensive player there.
Yeah, and again, not trying to be critical, but the underneath official is 1.5 feet away from the play.
Yeah.
The official that makes the call is 30 feet away, and he has the same view that you and I do.
And he's got to look through the offensive player to see what kind of contact there was. So Gherkin makes the first free throw. She's got 21. It's 55-47. Chance to get it to a 7-point ball game. It'll still be 3 possessions with 1:10 left. Bears are going to have to take care of the basketball and make free throws. Second free throw is good. 22 for Gherkin, 55-48. 1:10 left. Thiel into Smith. Thiel with the long bounce pass to Rowell. Rowell picks it up, gets fouled by Hooper. So with 1:01 left, Ella Rowell's going to go to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
It'll now really come down to if Bryan can make their free throws. I think they're in good shape. They don't make their free throws. We're going to give that crack of light to Liberty-Benton.
Ella Rowell's first one is short. Now we get the offensive subs back in. Dehart and Barbara back on the floor. So the 3 posts. I would call Barbara a post, but really her and Dehart play as much around the perimeter, and Gherkin does too. They're not traditional sit on the block posts. Second free throw is up and good. 8-point lead for the Bears. 1:01 left. Gherkin working against Voigt, bringing up the floor. Gherkin's going to try the right side. All the way around. Kicks to Barbara in the corner. Buries another 3. That's at least 3 for Sophia Barbara right now, or tonight. And that cuts the Bears' lead to 5 with 50 seconds left. Liberty-Benton takes a full timeout. Brian Ford, Lincoln timeout. We're going to take a full one with them.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
That's first.
All right, so we've got a timeout here at Miller City. Sophia Barber just made her third three of the game, first one since the first quarter. So she's got 9 points on 3 threes, 5-point lead for the Bears. 50 seconds left of the ball game. Bears are shooting free throws on every foul at this point. Need to take care of the basketball, find themselves at the free throw line, and then make their free throws. Smith gets it to Thiel, who throws it ahead, and she's going to get fouled. Looks like Emma Hooper's going to get whistled for that one. I don't know that she agrees. And that's going to be 4 on Hooper. The offensive subs for Liberty-Benton will come back to the table.
I think what happened is Kaylee Thiel wound up to throw that ball, and on her windup, she hit her on the backswing.
Yeah, and I think everybody in purple on that side was happy the whistle was blown when it was.
Absolutely.
That ball looked like it might have been going a little errant. Anna Gray was speeding after it, and she probably would have gotten it, but that was a little bit of a hold-your-breath moment. Kaylee Thiel's first free throw's up and good, lead back to 6. If she can get this one, make it a 3-possession game. Right now, Liberty-Benton's made 7 3-pointers tonight. They've been hot from outside, and you know that's what's coming on the other end, especially if this it stays a 2-possession, which it does, in 7-point lead, 3-possession game, 45 seconds. No surprise, Gherkin's got the ball in her hands, working against Ella Voigt. Ella Voigt forces her to give it up. Hooper kicks to the corner to DeHart, and she buries a 3. 8 made 3 for Liberty-Benton. Ball inbounded to Voigt. Voigt is trapped, tries to work the sideline, able to get through, finds Rao. Rao gets stuck. Rao saved it on the baseline. Kind of took a volleyball whack at it, and Kaylee Thiel right place at the right time.
Trust me, that's not what Grosjean wanted, but that was about a 12-second scramble that took a whole bunch of time off that clock.
And I think from the entire time that ball rolled from the baseline until Kaylee Thiel picked it up, he wanted to call a timeout as bad as he could.
Yes, he did.
We got a full timeout by the Bears. We're going to stay here and talk about what we've got left. 19 seconds, I believe, is what's on the game clock. 4-point lead for the Bears. The Bears are going to have the ball sideline out of bounds down in front of us. Possession clock's Liberty-Benton. Bears are shooting double bonus. Liberty-Benton will work hard to try to get a 5-second call here, and then after that, probably a quick foul.
5-second call. Tough spot for Bryan to take it out on, so they can be very aware of that half court, so they make sure they don't go over and back. I think this is a really difficult position sometimes to inbound the ball. Yeah, if you're Benton, you're trying to get a deflection, you're trying to get a steal. But if Bryan gets that ball inbounds, you can't be choosy. You've got to foul immediately. Then it comes down to what we said, the last minute and 10 seconds. They make their free throws. I think they're going to be in good shape. Now on the defensive end, with Benton making all the threes, Bryan only having 3 team fouls, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that Coach Grosjean's talking about potentially fouling when they cross half court because you still got one to give.
Yeah, I would guarantee they've talked about that as a staff. So Kaylee Thiel's going to inbound it right in front of us. Give it to Ella Voigt right in front of her, who gets whacked on the arm a couple times by Lindsay May. Burned a couple seconds off the clock. 17.3. Ella Voigt goes to the line.
Really nice fundamental play there by Ella. She caught the ball, and you know what she didn't do? Dribble.
She didn't dribble. She got into triple threat.
Squared, saw the basket. Just a great fundamental play.
Anticipated, knew she was going to get fouled. First free throw by Voigt is good. That gets Voigt to 18 on the night. Just had a fantastic ball game. And a 59-54 lead for the Bears. 5-point lead, 17 seconds left. Second free throw is long, bounces around, doesn't go in. Gherkin gets a rebound. She's going to push, working around Voigt. Draws 3 Bear defenders. And then the Bears force a travel. Ella Rao, Mara Smith both came and helped Ella Voigt. Gherkin picked up the pivot foot when she drew all that attention and turned the ball over. 10.7 seconds left. Bears with the ball out of bounds, 5-point lead. Kaylee Thiel's going to trigger it in. She gets it to Mara Smith. Mara Smith is able to hold for a couple of seconds and then get fouled. So 7.2 left, and Mara Smith is going to the line to shoot for 2 and make it a 3-possession ball game. Mara Smith at the line. Senior point guard has been fantastic in these 2 district games. She was the unsung MVP the other night. Anybody that watched her play defense against Bree Jefferson from Toledo Rogers knows the role she played in that game and about the 15 miles she ran. First free throw is good. Second free throw also good. 7-point lead, 7.7 seconds, 3-possession game. Bears just got to stay away. Liberty-Benton turns it over, throws it to Kaylee Field, tips it to Mara Smith. The clock runs out, and the Bears are back-to-back district champions, and they will be heading to Mansfield Senior for a date with Granville next Tuesday night, 6 o'clock at a regional semifinal. Congratulations, Coach Grosjean and his staff and the Lady Bears. They are going to continue marching, 25-1 now on the year, back-to-back district championships for the Lady Bears. What a ball game.
How apropos that game ends on a turnover created by the defense.
Just a nice rotation off of pressure that was token pressure at that point, but that's the way it should end for a team that's lived on that kind of pressure and that kind of basketball all year long. For the Liberty-Benton Eagles, they're going to bow out as district runners-up. A fantastic year for the Lady Eagles. They end up 20-6, another BBC League championship. Lauren Gherkin, who's going to go on to play basketball at Bowling Green State University, a fantastic night. She had 22. Just not enough for the Lady Eagles to get past the Bears tonight, and the Lady Bears should be very proud. We're going to get trophy presentation. Let's take a quick 30-second break. We'll come back and talk some stats, and then we'll see the trophy and medal presentations.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
All right, getting ready for the trophy presentations. The PA announcing the Liberty-Benton Eagles right now. Athletic Director Nate Irwin and Principal Ben Gherkin, father of Lauren Gherkin, down to present trophy and medals to the Liberty-Benton players. Tim, while Liberty-Benton's being recognized, is any quick stats we can run through?
Not quite. We're working on it.
Stalling. Well, like I mentioned, Liberty-Benton, they had Elise Hooper, senior, Sophia Barbara, senior, Emma Hooper, senior, Lauren Gherkin, senior, Addie Crow, senior, Olivia McDaniel, senior. Congratulations to those girls on a fantastic year, fantastic 4 years. They've dominated their conference. They've made runs to the district tournament. They just ran into another group of really good senior basketball players in the Bryan Lady Bears tonight and made a great comeback. Nothing to be ashamed of. That ball game was 14 points. It got to 16 points at one point. Clawed their way all the way back to about a 4 or 5 point deficit with the ball at one point.
8 for 12 from the 2, 1 for 5 from the 3, 15 for 20 from the free throw line. For Liberty-Benton, 8 for 14 from the 2, an outstanding 5 for 7 from the 3 in the second half alone. And like you said, just had 9 threes on the night, 8 for 10 from the free throw line. A couple telling stats. Defensive rebounds second half was 5 to 7. Offensive rebounds was 3 to 2. Turnovers were 4 to 7 in the second half. Here's the key. Fourth quarter, Bryan did not turn the ball over one possession while they forced 4 Liberty-Benton turnovers. We'll get
name of the
individual
game.
scoring
Take care
here.
of the basketball and pressure the basketball. We're getting through the last couple individual players for Liberty-Benton.
We'll go individual scoring for Liberty-Benton. Deerhart had 3. Hooper had 3. May had 5. Barbara had 9. Deerhart had 9. Of course, as you said, they're led by BGSU future player Lauren Gherkin with 22. For Lady Bears, very balanced. Josie Arnold chipped in with 2. Ella Rao with 6. Mara Smith with 9. Anna Gray with 9. Kaylee Thiel with 17. And Lady Bears were led by Ella Voigt with 18.
18 and 3 huge threes in the first half to get things rolling for the Bears early. And the trophy presented now to the captains of the Liberty-Benton Eagles. All of the seniors come forward. So now we'll get an opportunity to see the trophy and medals presented to the Lady Bears. 2024 Division II district champions heading to a second straight regional tournament. High school principal Steve Allspaul is out to help do the honor, to hand the girls and the team the medals and the trophy.
We're watching individual players get their awards. A little historical context for Bryan fans. So you look at Bryan basketball, and let's lump boys and girls in together and look at it program-wide. 2000 and 2002, Bryan boys made 3 consecutive district appearances, only getting to the district finals that last year. It was the first time since 1941 they had made a district final game. Bryan Lady Bears have been to district, if I'm not mistaken, 4 or 5 consecutive times.
Correct.
They have won districts 2 consecutive times. They're going to make their second straight regional appearance. You look at that, the big picture, and I'll say it if no one else will. Boys and girls basketball in the history of Bryan, this is the greatest run a basketball program has made in that school history, and I don't want that to get lost.
No, I think everybody needs to understand the historical part of this. You and I, you were around Bryan for a long time, coach and athletic director, and I've been around Bryan the entire time I've been in education as a coach, athletic director, now an administrator. So we've seen programs, and we've seen the teams, we've seen the league championships, and we've seen sectional titles and all this, but the significance and the importance of understanding what these kids have been able to do starting 5 years ago with a league championship and trips to the districts where you lost in the semis. They lost to a really good Napoleon team in a heck of a ball game at Paulding the one year when Napoleon went on to win the state championship. And I think that might have been a light bulb moment for our girls that, hey, we're not that far off. And we have a chance here. And those groups Coach Groshine loves to talk about, the kids who came first. I saw a couple of former players walk around with their T-shirts that say, once a Bear, always a Bear. He loves to say that the kids that came before established what it means to be a Bryan Lady Bear, established what it means to do things right. And this group is bearing the fruit of some really good examples that were set for them.
It's people who have not coached, this is hard. What they've done is hard, not only winning district twice, but getting here. But the other thing is coming back of the state Final Four team. They got everybody's best shot this year.
Absolutely.
They were the game everybody circled because they wanted to play the team that was the defending league champs, the team that got to state, the team that returned 6 really good players. They took everybody's best and they handled it flawlessly. And it wasn't like they had to scrap and claw a couple games where they were awful. They came to play every single night, and that's tough to do for high school kids.
Well, you look at that points scored versus points allowed, and it's about a 15 or 16-point margin for the year for the Bears. So many games ended with a running clock. One of the things early in the season, we had some junior high wrestlers over at one of our league schools for an invite in the first weekend of December. And they came back and said, you know what's hanging in their girls' locker room? Sign that says beat Bryan. You're right. People were circling us. They talked about it in the summer. They talked about it in their fall shoot-arounds. They talked about it all season long. We were the game that a lot of schools circled. And outside of one blemish on the record so far this season, the Lady Bears have been able to rise to every challenge. We see Coach Groshine get a nice hug from Mr. Allspaul. And now the seniors will come out and get the trophy presented to them for another district championship back-to-back. Congratulations to that group of seniors, Mara Smith, Ella Voigt, Ella Rao, Kaylee Thiel, Anna Gray, Avery Brown, and now all of the rest of the team will come out and surround them.
And with the historical achievement, certainly the most decorated group of seniors in lady basketball Bryan Lady basketball history. And I'm going to say probably the most decorated group in all of Bryan basketball history. Again, I don't want that to get lost.
Yeah, you can put this group up against just about anybody in Bryan athletics for what they've been able to do over this period of time right now. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We'll talk about sponsors one last time. We'll talk about where the Lady Bears are headed next. We'll get a nice view of them cutting down the nets with a quick break.
At Oberlin, Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we understand that family is at the heart of everything we do.
Being family-owned and family-focused is not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. We walk alongside you during life's most challenging moments, providing a guiding hand and a shoulder to lean on.
With heartfelt care and attention to detail, we tailor each service to honor the life and the memories of your loved one. We treat you like family because your journey is our journey.
Oberlin, Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Let's play together. Bryan, Ohio will have a new inclusive playground on the site of the former Lincoln Elementary School. An inclusive playground is a place for children and families of all physical, mental, and social abilities to learn, play, and grow together. We are currently raising funds with the goal of starting construction this fall. The Lincoln Park Inclusive Playground Project is an initiative of Bryan Parks and Recreation using a project fund at the Bryan Area Foundation. To learn more or make a donation, visit BryanAreaFoundation.org.
All right, back at the district championship celebration, the Lady Bears and family on the floor, standing around the banner for the district championship. You can see the score there on the screen and on the scoreboard, 61-54 victory for the Bears. Second straight trip to the regionals. We know now that the Bears will face Granville High School. They were a 5-point winner today in their district championship, and this is their fourth straight trip to the regional, so no stranger to that level of the tournament for sure.
No, again, another quality program. Granville, where Denison University is located at. They're south of Columbus, so certainly they've been exposed to some good competition. They have one loss, which was to undefeated Newark Catholic. But you get to regional, everybody's good. So I don't think it matters. We'll show up and play.
Now, and the one thing that you can be sure of is even with a quick turnaround, you think about it, it's Saturday right now. You got Sunday, Monday to prep, and then you're on the road early. We'll probably follow a lot of the same schedule we did last year with an early release for kids and coaches and players. So, that's probably going to be – that's a quick turnaround for us. The girls will probably watch some film tomorrow. They'll get a shoot-around and some work in and talk scouting report on Monday, and then you're playing on Tuesday.
And at this point of the season, really you're just concerned about making sure you have fresh legs, the bumps and bruises are healed. Outside of a scouting report and film, your practices at this time of the year are just to stay sharp. You're not putting in anything new.
It's going to be scouting report. Here's their girls. Let's match up. Let's watch some film. Another score from our district. Bellevue knocked off Toledo Central Catholic in overtime today, 45-42. And the Bellevue trailed by double digits. Trailed by 13 with 6:52 left. So that's a big win in our region. May have an impact on the other side of things.
Absolutely.
No Toledo Central Catholic for another year. Last year, kind of by their own choice, by some cheating. And then this year they get knocked off by Bellevue in an upset. So
you're telling me Toledo Central Catholic cheated?
Well, I'm just saying they may not have followed the rules. Not that any
shocking
parochial schools have ever done that before.
Yeah.
All right, so we're seeing the Lady Bears cut down the nets right now. You can see a bunch of the Bryan community as they are here. They've stuck around, and they're here to celebrate and help.
Very cool. So coming into regional, we'll have Bryan, we'll have Granville, we'll have Bellevue, and then I believe we're waiting for the winner, which by all looks it could potentially be Copley.
That's the team that's kind of been expected to be in that other game, but Central Catholic was expected to be coming out of that other bracket, that other district as well. And Granville, we should mention, besides fourth straight regional appearance, also 25-1 like the Lady Bears. I think you said that only loss was to an undefeated Newark Catholic team. So, but at this point, you're not going to find any powder puffs anywhere left here. 2 games away from another trip to Dayton. Lady Bears only concerned about tonight and getting to Tuesday and seeing what they can do. All right, well, I think we can go ahead. We're going to wrap things up here from Miller City. Thanks for being with us for these 2 district games, exciting games. The Lady Bears played fantastic, great individual efforts, great team efforts, offense, defense, everything you could ask for. Coaches had the girls prepared. We know that they're going to take a lot of time, watch film. They're going to have the girls ready to go. Yeah. Anything can happen on Tuesday. So
again, I'm going to say it for the 3rd time. Been there, done that, right? This is not too big of a stage for the Lady Bears. They're going to go to Mansfield. They were there last year. They played a team that they weren't supposed to beat. and absolutely played a terrific game against Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. So I have all the confidence in the world, like you said. These girls will show up. They'll play, win or lose. They're going to perform quite well. And the Bryan community should be super, super proud of them.
Coach Groshine wants to know if he wants to come up. If he can find us, maybe if he can find Matthew Clark could help him find. Yeah, we can drop that down to him in the top row, absolutely. If he wants to talk to us, we want to talk to him.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
really don't want to talk to him, but if he's going to.
You just want to. He can get to the top row if you trust him to catch it. All right, Coach Groshine's coming up. Eric Herman's going to get him a mic. Oh, he's going to try the ladder, too.
Oh, he's got 2 bad hips.
Everything's going right tonight. We might as well try the ladder through the door. Congratulations, Coach Groshine. Great win. Thank you. Nice job. I think Eric's got the mic for you there. Congratulations. That one's got to feel really good. Liberty-Benton never quit, hung with it. That game got to 14, 16 points a couple of times. They were able to claw back in, but your experience was just too much.
Well, it was 16, and I thought maybe, some breathing room with 3 minutes to go, and then we took a couple threes we probably didn't need, missed them, and then they went down, and he ran a great set for 5 in the corner for a 3. Yeah, and they just, the rim got bigger for them as they saw a few go in. And
yeah, they buried, I think, 8 threes then they got to on the night? 8 or 9 threes. So they shot the ball really well from outside, better than the first time we saw them.
We talked about a couple of those threes in the fourth quarter they took, and up here we talked about, is that the shot you want? But I told him, the kids who took your shots were good shooters, and you don't want them to not be aggressive. They were wide open looks. They were great looks. It's just one of those as a coach, if they go in, you're like, yep, that's how I coached. If they go out, you're like, I told you not to shoot that.
Yep, exactly. But we had some big free throws. Mara Smith hit a couple big ones. Obviously, we ran a side out of bounds with 19 seconds left, and Ella set the screen for Mara and came right to, and that's who we wanted to shoot it.
And Tim mentioned that's a tough place to have to inbound right there. They're going to foul. The whole thing's congested right in front of you. And talked about the good job that Ella Voigt did there, but how about the ball game Ella Voigt had overall?
Well, and what was neat about that is she hasn't shot it particularly well from 3, because she's doing so many other things, but tonight she knocked a couple down, got some confidence. You could just see it. She
wanted the ball, wanted to shoot. I think she came in with 10 on the year and knocked down 3 tonight, led us. And then Kaylee Thiel, almost the same script as the last time, 1 or 2 points at the half and then finishes with 17.
Well, she hit a big 3. She's getting more confident with that, and then the reverse layup, that was a huge
beautiful
play.
Yeah, she had a couple of those the other night, and she feels really confident in that right now.
Yeah, and she's in my doghouse because I got a text this morning that said she couldn't swallow. I thought she had strep throat, was at the urgent care clinic. So after leaving her uniform, I said, what's next?
Yeah, I was doing a little work around the house when that word got back to me, and I had wondered whether or not you had stroked out or if you were taking some deep breaths or what was going on. Yeah, that's not the news you want to hear in the district final day when your leading scorer from the other night tells you she's not feeling very good, but played through it pretty good there in the second half.
She did, and we gave her some breaks, and Anna Gray didn't feel the greatest either, but she did some really good things, got to the rim a couple times when we needed it, and just right down the line. Mara Smith did a great job defensively. She got her 3rd foul, and we had to make a decision. Do we take her off the ball and, put Anna on her? But Anna wasn't feeling good. That'd be the normal switch. But it's nice to have seniors, like you said, experience, and, we weathered it. That's a really good Liberty-Benton team, and Lauren Gherkin's
we played a lot of games, and they've been a lot of big games too, so they didn't fold.
Right.
If you can you talk a little bit about your defensive game plan? And again, I noticed it right away. It's something that I had done and I hadn't seen it done in a long time. I thought you were brilliant with your decision. You had Mara Smith defend the ball awful hard, but the minute that ball went away from the wing, she ran right to the middle of the paint. And I don't think Liberty-Benton recognized it, and by the time they did, I know they made a couple of adjustments by trying to put their ball handler on ball side so Mara couldn't necessarily dive in. But is that something that was a conscientious effort and something you picked up on film?
No, we talked about that all week, preparing, or not all week. We did that the first game too. We wanted to make 12 shoot the basketball, and she made a 3, which, you got to scratch your head and say, okay, that's all right. We'll see if she can make another one. But early we were helping off of her, and we didn't want to do that. And 5 hit a 3 in the corner in the first half, and we had to talk about that. But Mara, that was by design. We didn't want her have to, guard 12 and help on Gherkin because Gherkin's so good in the lane.
Well, we talk preparation and plan and everything else. Now you got a 2-day turnaround.
Yeah.
You get Granville, 5-point winner today, 4 straight regional appearance, same record as the Bears, both 25-1. Do you know much about them going into Tuesday?
All I know is we got some film on them, and we're going to go to work probably tonight and see if we can put a game plan together and see if we can go over there and compete again.
Yeah, well, I think we've got a lot of good memories for Mansfield Senior. Even if it takes us a long time to get there, we're happy to be back and playing games there.
All right. Well, I think they're calling.
I think they might be waiting for you to cut the rest of that net down. So
well,
congratulations.
Hey,
good win.
Man.
Good luck on Tuesday.
Thanks.
And enjoy that bus ride. All right. I think we're going to hope Coach Groshine makes it back down there. It may take him a minute because the one thing that I said when we came up here was it's a maze to try to find this. It's been nice. Miller City's been a gracious host. Yeah. They've done a great job with the ball games. We had the fire alarm at the end of the ball game the other night that they took care of quickly and got things taken care of and kept things going smoothly. So as we finish here, the coaches are going up. Coach Groshine's working his way down to cut down the nets. Not much of Bryan has gone home at this point. So let's talk about here. Let's wrap things up for today. Bryan Arnold, Tim Meister, we appreciate everybody listening in. We know there are people all over the place watching this ball game, listening to it. However you took this in, I hope you enjoyed it. Girls played a fantastic game. We'll be back on Tuesday at 6 o'clock at Mansfield Senior for the game against Granville. And we'll be able to do this again. We're going to do radio and we're going to stream. Thanks to all of our great sponsors. One more time, who those sponsors are. Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Jason Dietsch Automotive, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, Veteran Services of Williams County, Fackler Monument, Daniel Van Atta Agency, Newcomer Schaefer Spangler and Breininger, Starks Plumbing and Heating, Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, and the Veteran Services of Williams County. Our crew tonight, I want to thank Tim Meister for stepping in for Chris Malenka and helping us out. We've had a great time calling some ball games here the last couple of nights. A ton of fun. Krista Bruner has kept us straight. She does a fantastic job as our director. We had Eric Herman show up, like an alumni night here tonight. Eric Herman comes back, helps us out on the camera. Thank our athletic director, Nathan Keel, and athletic secretary, Teresa Kuzmal. We want to thank Golden Bear Photography, Matt Neff, and Stephanie Ponsack. I want to thank the tournament manager, Kevin Dietering from Miller City, for all of the help, and they were really just a gracious bunch of people. They were awesome, did a lot of great things for us. I want to thank GBSN, Chris Malenka, executive producer, had everything ready to go for us. Couldn't do this stuff without him. Even with him in Cincinnati, he was carrying us today. And then back at WQCT Radio, I want to thank Rick Armentrout. Our next game will be Tuesday night, 6 p.m. We'll be on the air probably about 5:30-ish, 5:30 to 5:40 in Mansfield Senior for the Lady Bears in a regional semifinal for the second straight year, taking on 25-1 Granville. This broadcast is produced by the Golden Bear Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game without the express written consent of the Bryan City School District, is prohibited. One final time for all of us here at the Golden Bear Sports Network with not with Bryan Arnold. I'm Bryan Arnold.
You are Bryan Arnold.
I am, but he still has a Chris Malenka. You know what? Chris did that to me on purpose. He's listening right now, and he's giggling. Yeah. He's like, I got him.
You're Bryan Arnold. I'm Tim Meister. It's been a nice, folks.
I might be.
Everybody have a good night. We're going to sign off now. It's about time.
Burgundy. Who knows? Just put it on the sheet, and he'll read it. With Tim Meister and Krista Bruner and Eric Herman and all the great people that helped us out tonight, I'm Bryan Arnold. Had a great time doing it. Last time, final score 61-54. Lady Bears back-to-back district champs. Have a great night, everybody.